Vision Center.
It's a slam with a power jam. Now come and get some. You wanna play dumb? Treat you like a burger and fries, then I get some. It was funky.
Hello everybody, I'm John Casey.
You know, you miss Australia, and I think sometimes you have to go away from home to realise what a great country we've got, and it's always good to be at the Kingdome after last year.
I read your articles, the ones in One-on-One magazine, but just what was it like? Was it just, were you overawed?
Yeah, I think at the start it was like, I wish that I had some friends there so I could share the whole experience with them, because it was amazing, the atmosphere of all the different stadiums, seeing all the different gyms, all the different players, and learning about the NBA and also the guys I was playing with was just an amazing thing. And you know, I'm glad I've got that experience now. Now I'm looking forward to going back next year.
What was it like being around all the big money players?
You know, I felt like a peasant. I was back to being a rookie again, but you know, they really looked after me, and I had a lot of fun doing that. I was surprised actually that they were really good guys, because I thought, you know, some of the guys that are earning $5–10 million a year, they'd probably, you know, frown upon a little Aussie guy, and you know, that wasn't getting much court time. But it wasn't like that at all, and you know, that gave me a lot of confidence that next year I can go back and do a lot better.
Well, some of the things that I read about, and I did get the opportunity to talk to you in LA. What's it like? Like, the players are really pampered, aren't they?
It's amazing. It's like they're all spoiled. And so you come back here, you see why players come from the NBA out to Australia, and out here we say, oh yeah, you know, they are spoiled, because everything is done for them. Their bags are picked up, they've got their own private jets, and the cars are warmed up for them. And it's amazing. It's just, you could go on forever about the way they're pampered in the NBA, but that's a nice little change to have that done for you.
Well, some of your brighter moments during the course of the season, one was the game against Seattle at home, where you started hitting the threes in the fourth quarter. What was that like?
Oh, it was a great feeling, especially in front of the home crowd, 19,500 people there, and you know, the game was close, so it wasn't one of the games that was blown out. And you know, having 5 threes in the fourth quarter was a club record, so it gave me some confidence. But I guess I thought after that I'd start to get a little bit more court time, but it didn't really eventuate. It's really a funny thing, the NBA, and a lot of politics, and an apprenticeship that has to be served. And you know, I guess I'm 1 year further, you know, along than what I was when I started.
A lot of people compare you to Steve Kerr, the guy that can hit the shot, the open shot in the right situation. But Steve Kerr didn't play for the first couple of years. He sat on the end of the bench. Do you kind of keep those patient thoughts in mind?
Yeah, I mean, when I go over there, patience isn't, you know, a great thing that I have. I'm known as being impatient, and you know, I look back and see that Steve Kerr struggled for the first couple of years and didn't get a lot of opportunities, and same with Drazen Petrovic, who went on to be, you know, an all-star player before he was tragically killed. So it's just a matter of hanging in there and waiting for my opportunities. And you know, I know I've got the confidence now after being there that I know I can be a backup point guard and play a good role for 15 minutes a game or something, and then if someone was injured, step in and play a little bit more. So that's what I'm aiming for, and hopefully I can continue to do that. And I just have to work at practice and improve, and you know, just keep heading towards that goal.
Well, how's your family fit in over there, and did you have any idea how cold a Minnesota winter was?
Well, no, I'd heard -30, -40, all the rest of it, but until you actually live in it, you don't realise how cold that is. And, you know, the family struggled a little bit because they're away from home, and 2 young girls, and my wife is a family person. And, it was a little bit hard because they didn't know too many people, and it's a lot easier for me to be able to fit in with all the guys, whereas they're just stuck in the, you know, at home. You can't really drive because it's the wrong way. You got to drive, and my wife lost a bit of confidence in that. So I think all of those experiences will be easier next year once we've been there and seen how it works, and we've got our own car and we've got our licenses now and those sort of things. So it was difficult, but it'll be easy next year.
Well, now that you're back, you would think that your wife would get an opportunity to see you more. You've been pretty busy back since you've been back, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm at the divorce stage at the moment. It's been scary. We've had a lot of commitments with the Australian Boomers, but you know, that's something that I wanted to do, and I told Barry Barnes I wanted to play for Australia, and you know, I felt like a break, but I felt like I had to make the effort to play against Croatia and New Zealand, and you know, it was a lot of fun to see all the guys again and do all of that. But you know, it hasn't been much of a break since I got back, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to take a little bit of a vacation.
Well, you're wearing another hat. You're a Channel 10 commentator. How have you fit in so far with being on the sidelines?
I'll see. I'm trying to follow in the steps of the great commentators for Channel 10 to the past. Steve Carfino for one. No, but it's been a lot of fun. And I didn't expect to be too good at it, and I think I'll learn as I go along. It's good for when I finish playing basketball that hopefully one day I can do this as a living and continue to be involved in the game that I love being involved in. So I thought that'll work out.
Well, thanks for joining us, and it's great to see you back.
Thanks, Steve.
And great to have.
Season, also through training, it just started swelling up, and I didn't know what was wrong, and the doctors didn't really know, and they did a scan or whatever they call it, and they found it was just like floating bone particles from over the years of playing and falling on my knee, and I mean things just floating around in places where they weren't supposed to be, and things are getting back to normal. I'm going through rehab right now. I played last weekend, and I think in a few weeks I'll be back to my normal playing standards.
Because we heard quite a lot about you before you arrived, how you'd set college records for dunks and you had this huge vertical leap, and I guess everyone is just waiting for the opportunity to see you at 100%.
Well, I don't know if I'll ever get back to the way I was when I was in college. I was a little lighter then. Now I'm getting, a little age, but once I get my knee right and stop thinking about my knee, I'm pretty sure that you'll see a few good highlights before my career is over.
Tell us a little bit about your background. You went to University of North Carolina at Charlotte, which has produced some very good basketballers in the past. Great program to be in.
Oh, yes. We had a great coach. He's retired now. His name was Jeffrey Mullins. He played also in the NBA, was an all-star with the Golden State Warriors, an Olympian. And it's a great program. Also in that North Carolina area, there is so many athletes that are produced in the area. So, I mean, just being part of the North Carolina system is a great honor.
From there, you spent some time in Italy, a couple of stints there before moving on. How did you find Italy and the comparisons there with here in the NBL in Australia?
Italy was different overall. I'd like it to be, but I'm having fun playing in the fact that we have players who every night are going to come out and play hard, and it just makes me feel good to be on a team that have that potential of being a great team.
You spent time in South America as well.